Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody to the Aspiring Authors Lab Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. It certainly was a beautiful weekend, in spite of the weather. But, just taking that time to maybe sit back and relax for some self-care or enjoying family and friends or, whatever you do, just having that me time. That's what's so special and important. Taking some time out for yourself. So wherever you or whatever you may have done, I hope it was a joyous weekend for you. And now we back on Monday morning, and let's get this week started on a great start. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, your number one inspirational book coach, and I have taught hundreds of women how to be successful and generate revenue writing their books. And this is something that I could teach you also. So hit the share button and share this broadcast out with your friends, because we're going to have a fantastic time this week. There's so many things that I want to share with you. And the theme for this month. The theme for this month is building self-confidence for authors. So what we're going to talk about all this month is building your self-confidence to get you writing your book and showing your brilliance. Because someone out there is waiting for that book that is only in your head. Or you have maybe not even put it down on paper. But someone's waiting for your book, okay? So what we're going to talk about today is how writing a book can change your life. Thank you for joining me today. Now, as some of you may know, I have been writing long before I thought about getting paid for my skills. I used to write, just for fun and see how far I could expand my mind to come up with all these fantastic ideas. That was, something that I enjoyed doing. And, that's a whole another teaching for another day. But after I got laid off twice back to back, through no fault of my own, due to the housing market going bust, and that was in 2006. I couldn't put myself through another emotional roller coaster ride without any guarantees of, securing another job. So I took a hard look at what I had to work with. What did I personally have to work with? The question to me was, what do I have to bring in some money? Sometimes people look around the house and they see what they can sell, like selling stuff on eBay. And I'm going to tell you, I've done that. But what did I have that no one could ever take away from me? And sometimes you have to stop and think about, what do you have that no one could ever take away from you? You see, when you're working for someone else and you take pride in what you are doing, and suddenly the rug gets yanked out from under you, I'm going to tell you, it does not feel good. It puts you in a tailspin, because everything that you work for suddenly goes down the drain. And you try to start over thinking, here's another chance, and the same thing happens again. So, I look at this and I say, I had to look at it. Thank you for joining me today. And I say, what do I have to lose? Sometimes, let me tell you, those suddenlies are a blessing in disguise. Often we tend to lean on how we were taught that you working a job is the only way to bring in the dollar. And I'm not going, against anybody who's working on a job, okay? And sometimes we fail to see the vast possibilities that are surrounding us each and every day. But when there's nothing else to lean on, the only person that you could depend on is yourself, besides God, okay? No one could ever take away from you your experience and your talent. No, nobody could ever take away your experiences and your talent, your expertise. No one could take that away from you. No one. They are yours to make a difference, not only in the lives of others, but your life will also be enhanced as a result of you stepping out to write your book to provide solutions to your ideal audience. Have you ever thought about that? You know, you can make a difference in someone's life. You know, I took a chance on me because you have to take a chance on yourself if you know yourself. And I truly mean know who you are and your capabilities, and believe in yourself that there is nothing or no one that can stop you from illuminating and depositing your brilliance. Because brilliance lies within you. You know, one of my books in my early stages was Motivation from Within, Leveraging Your Power. And it was a book that took me years to write because there was a lot of emotional trauma attached. Because it was it was a true story, okay? It was a true story. And that book has resonated with a lot of people and has brought healing to their lives. And not only their lives, but my life. Because I finally got an opportunity to get it outside of me. And when I wrote it and, you know, published my book, it got outside of me, you know, I received healing also. Just from writing my book, getting it out there, sharing it with the world. Thank you for joining me today. If I had never written that book, I would not have impacted the lives of others who had gone through emotional hurts in family situations. That's why I understand self-confidence and self-worth and women not seeing their value. And I could offer them value so they can receive a breakthrough and move into their passion and become successful. That's why I do what I do, because I understand. Thank you for joining me today. My book writing journey has allowed me to meet other women and inspire them to see their value and not be afraid to go beyond the boundaries they have set for themselves. You have to go beyond and take a chance on yourself. You know, I took what was in my hands, and that was writing, and I turned it into a viable business. A business that touches the lives of many people around the world. And you know what? That is success to me. That's success. Changing lives and giving women hope and, you know, painting a picture for them to see their value on the other side of their struggles. Now, the layoff was just a redirection. It was a redirection. I guess I didn't get it after the first layoff. Then got a job, and, 7 months later, I was laid off again. And at that point, I had to make a decision. So I made a decision that allowed for no turning back. And that's why I am today, going forward and touching as many lives as I can to show women that there is something greater for them if they would only give themselves a chance to step out of the clutches of the familiar and write their book. Thank you for joining me today. Write that book. There's a book that I wrote some years ago. It's called Unapologetically You, a 30-day transformation to winning. And in this book, it teaches you how to get to really know who you are and the possibilities that you have. And this is a book that I have received many compliments from. Because it really teaches you to get in touch with the real you. Not the person that everybody wants you to be or who you pretend to be, but the real you. The real you. And if you'd like to get a copy of that book, It's called Unapologetically You, a 30-day transformation to winning. You could get it at this link. Thank you for joining me today by going to bit.ly/meet the real you. That's bit.ly/meet the real you, and get to know yourself. Not who somebody told you you were, not who you think you are, not who you pretend to be, not who you identify with as a struggle. You're going through something and you identify with that. That was just something that you went through. That's not the real you. But you can get a copy of this book and get to know the real you for yourself. Because I'm going to tell you, there's nothing impossible for you if you only believe. And again, that's bit.ly/meet the real you. So I hope that what I've shared with you has brought value to you. You know, how writing a book can change your life. I hope this has brought much value to you and open your eyes to see that there's greater for you on the other side of whatever you may be facing. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me today on the Aspiring Authors Lab Morning Show. I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, your #1 inspirational book coach. And remember, this is your time, this is your season, this is your turning point. So have a great rest of your day.